guys, season 3 is in full swing. We're talking owns, put a ring on it. I have reviewed seasons 1 and 2, and honey, now it's time for number 3. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to the Simply Stacy YouTube channel. This is our love talk, reality chat, whatever you want to call it, but we are talking Put a Ring on It season 3 episode number 1. It is called Dating Other People. If you guys are aware, this is the show where 3 long-term couples who have been dating for quite a while are deciding whether or not they need to stay together or call it quits. So that's put a ring on it or bye-bye. So we have 3 new couples this year. We have Alfonso and Shay. They have been dating for 3 years. Basically, Alfonso say when we good, we good. And when we not, we not. When we bad, we really bad. And so basically, how did they get together? They have been dating for the 3 years, but he says that Shay slid into his DMs. Shay says that is not at all what happened. She says, all I did was like a photo, and then he slid into my DMs like, hey, beautiful, how you doing? And it's all she wrote. I will say they got some real attractive couples. I feel like these 3 are just, they're very attractive. They look good together. They look good, okay? Yeah. So basically, they were apparently engaged before, and she was like, he took my ring back. He called off the engagement, everything. And their real problem is that she wants their families to be intertwined or intermingled, and she wants to be accepted by his mama. And that's the biggest problem that I see so far. Okay, next up is Otis and Charlene. They also have been together for 3 years. They met at a Miami film festival. Okay, so basically, Otis said his cousin actually hit on Charlene first, but he wasn't really doing it for real. Like, he wasn't shooting a shot like that. So when he came over there, the cousin just backed away because he was like, nah, this me, but this me. So they've been dating, and basically they have problems with communication. That is what they both said, and this is really her problem with him. He said she needs to be softer. Sorry, she's boom, boom, rah, rah. She needs to be softer and allow him to take the lead in order for him to want to marry her. And yeah, she wants to feel that her opinions matter. Next, the 3rd and final couple is Kenneth and Shorty. I was like, Shorty? I was trying to figure out why we call her Shorty. So they are 3 years in this time too. So all the couples have been together 3 years. There are no Alexis from last season with like 14 years of dating. That's foolery. Anyway, so Shorty actually is a radio personality. I found that out later because I was like, why did they keep calling her Shorty? So they met at a concert. It was a Young Thug concert. He was like, he just see this little short girl, like, I don't know if she was standing on a table or standing on something, like, grooving, rapping to Young Thug. And it was love at first sight. She believes in love at first sight as well. He's super tall, she's super short, but they do make a really cute, handsome couple. And she's basically just saying she don't want to settle. She don't know if he's just going to be her partner or her husband. And she says he needs to stand up financially. Like, he needs to do more financially. And she says she just keeps trying to put him in his place. That's what he says. She wants a partner, and she wants somebody that's ambitious. So basically, it sounds like she the one with the problem. He don't think with him, he don't really, have that much of a problem with her. But except that she just keep on trying to act like he not her boo. They've been together for 3 years. He like, we gonna get married or not? Dr. Nicole says you guys will be dating other people. Basically, Shay says, that's what she don't like. She don't really want that. Shorty says she's a little nervous about it. Otis says that he knows what happened after they went on their first date, him and Charlene. Now, under any other circumstances, that'll be a wrap. He'd be out of here. But they're doing it under the guise and the guidance of Dr. Nicole, so they're going to go through with it because that's what they signed up for. Dr. Nicole is always dropping a gem or two, and the one from this episode is, a relationship built on fear is not a healthy relationship. So that's what she's telling them. Like, y'all can say all y'all want about these other dates, but if y'all fearful, then it ain't a healthy relationship. You should trust your spouse or your mates or your partner, right? Okay, so the women are first up, and she was like, it's starting today. So I'm like, ooh, they get to go on dates first. She said, and one of you young ladies will be meeting someone that I know very well. He's done a lot of work on himself. He is currently single. And I'm like, okay, so Dr. Nicole, is he from another season or what? She doesn't really say that, but she said he's single, he's looking now, and he's done the work. So one of y'all will be pleasantly surprised. So first up is Shay, and her and Alfonso at home. She's getting ready. And Brian from Detroit, 33, he walks up. Nice looking chocolate guy. I feel like him, he was almost as tall as Alfonso. And Alfonso is really, really tall. He wasn't as bulky or solid, I guess, as Alfonso, but he was as tall as him, chocolate just like him. So I'm like, okay, it's her type. She got somebody that's her type. But it was so funny because now, mind you, he's not as big of a guy as Alfonso. He just kept calling this man little. Little Brian here for you. Petty. Yeah. So then, basically she was like, how we look together? So she just stirring the pot. And he was like, not good. The other guy was like, I think we look pretty good together. So anyway, they go to this place where they are painting. They literally got on these like white suits all over all of their clothes, like with a hood and everything, and they splash and paint around to make this masterpiece or whatever. I think he tells her he plays the piano. She's like, oh, you're a pianist. He was like, I'm a big pianist. You and your boyfriend keep throwing this word little around. She was like, oh, pardon me, like he checked on it like, yeah, I'm gonna be one more little. I ain't gonna be one more little between y'all. But they have a good time. They go outside and have a chat. They start talking about family because he's trying to figure out like, why are you here? And he was like, oh, family is really important to me. Like my dad is a pastor. We have family gatherings all the time. She's like, that's what I want. So they vibe there. They have a lot in common. She thinks he's attractive, of course. They like each other. Next up is Shorty and Kenneth. They're at home. She's primping. Kenneth is kind of pacing back and forth like she ain't getting all dolled up. Like, does she even do this for me? Which I'm sure she does. He seemed like he a little bit concerned. And then Hollywood from season 1, remember? He proposed at the end of his, but they did not last. Him and Creole Queen. I don't know what her real name is, but that's her name on Instagram. But anyway, so Hollywood is Shorty's date. Now, mind you, Hollywood is kind of a shorter guy. At least he looked like it on all the seasons. But Shorty is short, so he's taller than her and is good. And I don't know if he's short, but he's shorter than all the men on this season. And I think on the season he was on. But he's like, yeah, I've been here. I know that it's hard, when a man shows up to your house and take your girl out. I've been here. So he was real respectful. He gave Kenneth a handshake. Kenneth is from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana. So they had that little connection. They did a little bro bonding. And then he took the girl out. So now Kenneth, he was like, man, I like him. I'm a little fan. Like, I'm a little bit of a fan of yours, whatever. When he leaves and he's at the house by himself, you could tell Kenneth started changing his mind. Like, he probably out here being smooth with her and all this stuff. Like, he started getting mad about it. Ooh, hilarious. But they have a good time. That's how I found out she was a radio host, because Hollywood asked her what she does. They actually had a good time. They were making pottery. He's like, how you get yours to go? And they start making little sexual innuendos. He's like, oh, that didn't sound right. And she would go back with that's what she said and all that stuff. So they were enjoying it. He asked how she makes hers go up. That's kind of what he said, but he was talking about her pottery, whatever. So she comes over and do the little ghost moment, help him out. And they have a good time. So Charlene, she comes downstairs. They're at home. Her and Otis. She has on her like fitness gear. So I'm like, okay, they're about to do something sporty. And of course, her boyfriend is talking like, okay, what y'all trying to do? He just want to see you in these tight clothes. He was not hiding his jealousy one bit. He was all about like, where y'all going? What y'all about to do? All this stuff. And the guy comes and she's like, oh, basically like shut at the door. He's like, girl, pause. I got this. He goes to open the door for the guy. It's this guy named Meta. So he looks at him. Now, I will say that they are opposites-ish. So her boyfriend is tall, probably a fairer skin complexion, taper cut. The guy that shows up is a darker complexion. He's not short. He's tall, but not as tall as her guy. And he has, I don't know if were they braids or locks. I can't remember, but I feel like he didn't have like a taper cut or something. So I'm like, they're a little bit different. I don't know if he's her type or not. But they get in the car and they start talking. Or they said, where are you going? He's just like, to this soccer place. I'm a soccer coach. She was like, oh, I'm a tennis coach. So they got something in common. They're both athletic. They go to this open indoor soccer place. And he's like teaching her soccer, which is cute and cool. It seems like a fun date. They're getting to know one another. Seems like they have a lot in common. Now she does ask him, was he raised like traditionally, because he is from, so he has an accent, I believe. I cannot remember where he says he was, but it's South African, Namibia, something like that, but from South Africa. So Charlene has a problem with Otis, like always trying to like tell her what to do and run stuff. And he said she needed to be softer, and they have a problem communicating. So she really wanted to know, like, Meta, do you have these tendencies, these traditional roles and expectations and stuff? So it seemed like he said he doesn't, even though he was raised very traditionally. And he brings her flowers. They are there. She's like, oh, they're so nice. I'm going to take them home. Child, she get home. Showing Otis the flowers. He throws them in the garbage. I'm like, these men don't know how to behave, honey. They are so jealous. It's been one day out here, honey. They mad. He's like, why would you even bring a gift that somebody else brought you into my house? That's rude. That's disrespectful. He was cooking dinner. She's like, what's for dinner? He was cooking some salmon. It was a whole lot of salmon. So he was like, this is dinner for one. Like, you can't eat. He's so petty. She's like, you super petty. I'm going to get these leftovers out the fridge. She eats her leftovers. He cooks his salmon, sits down to eat. Don't offer her no salmon. They sit at the same table to have dinner, and she's crying at the table, and he just moving on about his life. Like, he not addressing it. I was like, oh, this is not good. Those are red flags. You can't be living with a person, y'all sitting at dinner, you sitting here boo-hooing, and he don't care. He didn't fix you no food, all of that. Because you went on a date for something that y'all signed up for together, apparently. Okay, whatever. Okay, next up, they're back in group. All of the couples are there. Dr. Nicole is present. And basically, she's saying, what's going on? How y'all feeling? How were the dates? How did y'all like everything? But they actually just start off with Shay and Alfonso. Yeah, remember, we know why they have an issue. And so something comes up, and basically she says her guy was really cool. He likes family gatherings. It was really nice. And basically, it kind of triggered her because that's what she doesn't have with Alfonso and his family. And she doesn't know any of them. And everybody looking like, you don't know none of his family? You know his mom, right? She was like, I met his mom one time. But what happened was we were dropping off one of his children at her house. Like, her grandchild was coming to visit. And so he goes in the house. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed. She like, 15 minutes? I'm like, well, you must want me to come inside. So I'm like, girl, 15 minutes? But mind you, they've been dating 3 years. So I am not by any means saying that he is right, that she has not really met his parent or his mom. But 15 minutes, you just wanted to go in the house. He didn't invite you in. You just went on in the house. She said she goes in. And mom was like, oh, I'm surprised to see you. Like, it wasn't a hi, how you doing? But I mean, I don't know. It just all sounds really weird, because why wouldn't they invite her in? Or, it just sounds strange. So what is going on? So get to the bottom of it. Basically, Alfonso is like, my mom actually still has a really good relationship with my baby mom. And so she not really messing with her like that. She don't be wanting to see her. She don't be wanting to, meet her, hang out with her, nothing. So the girl says, lo and behold, he tell her he going to work one time. She think he going to work. Lo and behold, he is on a whole family vacation with his kid, the kid's mama, so his baby mama, his mom, and the baby mama's mom. So y'all are family at this point. Y'all on family vacation. She's nowhere to be found. I was like, oh, that just... And dude is laughing. Like, Alfonso is laughing. So I don't know if this is a nervous mechanism or what. But, like, y'all been engaged and all this. And she said she literally only met his mom, like, one time. And she was never really even introduced to her at that time. It's giving, y'all need to break up. Because if he can't get his mom on board, but he still, he either got to pick you or her at some point, or y'all got to work it out together. But if she ain't even willing, I don't know. But Alfonso, you just going up and go on vacation with your baby mama and her mama and your mama and the kid and your girlfriend, fiance, whatever, at the house that you've been dating for 3 whole years? It don't sound right. It don't sound right. He was like, his family don't do that. That's what he was saying. Like, my family don't do family together. And she was like, y'all went on a whole family vacation without me. It's giving all the disrespect, honey. I don't know. I don't have no words for him. He laughing. All I know is it's giving real rude and real disrespectful, and I don't like it. He laughing. Everybody else looking like, girl, he don't even let you see his mom and all this stuff. Like, this is a mess. And so basically she was like, I can't take this. See, he think this is a joke. Like, I need a minute. So she gets up and walks off. And that's a wrap on this week's episode. So I can't wait to see what happens when she comes back. And we ain't even heard the other couples go through how they feeling about these first dates. And we get to see the men go on dates. Let's see how jealous these women really are in real life. They did show a little real. Look like it's going to be a good season. I was going to say, we don't have no huge red flags like with last season, the couple that did not last the test of time, because they had been together for 14 years and there was no ring or no, and he cheated on her with somebody on a date. He actually, was unfaithful. But with this, I'm like, Shorty and her boo, Kenneth, she don't respect that man. She always talking about what he's lacking, and that ain't gonna be good for nobody. Because as soon as he get him a woman, honey, who is like rooting for him and cheering him on, Shorty, I don't know. And then that whole Charlene and Otis, he sat there and ate that food in front of her, didn't offer her no food, didn't cook her no food, and watched her cry with no words. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's something too. Like, you gonna need somebody to treat you way better than that, honey. Or Otis, you gonna have to get it together. And then Alfonso, you out here out on baby mama, baby daddy, grandparents trips without your girl. It's all a no. I see what all of them are on this show. I can't wait to unpack it all. I hope they learn their lessons, and I hope that we have some real engagements that stick through the test of time, because I believe on season 1, 2 couples got engaged. Hollywood and Ashley did not last. One has actually been married since. And then on season 2, 2 of the couples actually got engaged. And I believe they're still together. Actually, I want to say all 3 of them did. But one couple I think is on shaky ground. I don't know. 2, 3. Okay, maybe season 1 there were 3 couples that were engaged. The couple that came in at the last minute, they were like the 4th couple because another couple had to drop out super early. So they did get engaged, as well as 2 of the original couples. One, Hollywood, he was in, did not last. And then season 2, 2 couples did. One ended up leaving automatically. I think those 2 couples are still together. Dr. Nicole seems to know what she's doing, and I cannot wait to see her snap these people into shape. And yeah, so let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like put a ring on it? This is actually a very interesting show to me, because I don't know if I'd be able to let my husband, forgot, these are not married couples, my boyfriend go on a date with nobody else. But I don't know if I'd be behaving all jealous like they are. What y'all think? Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my video. And come back and join us for more. Until next time, see ya.